Selamat Patang and welcome to Kota Bahru Airport. My name is Hugo and today we're going to be taking a flight on AirAsia, the world's best low-cost carrier in theory, from here in Kota Bahru down to Johor Bahru. I've loved my flights on AirAsia in the past, so I'm looking forward to seeing what it's like in 2025 and if they're just as good on a domestic flight in Malaysia. So come along and let's find out. Sultan Ismail Petra Airport is currently being transformed into an international airport. Phase 1 of the project was completed and opened at the start of May 2024. The new terminal is the only passenger terminal in use here, since the old one is no longer used following the opening of this new terminal. I'm unsure if Phase 2 of the project has been completed. On entry there was contactless check-in kiosks which you seemed to be able to use to reprint boarding passes, get baggage tags, add add-ons and maybe more. I printed my boarding pass. It looked like there was normal check-in as well, but not heaps. Security didn't take too long. By the way, even though I was landside, I did sort of just arrive off of a Malaysia Airline 737. A review about that flight's already out on my channel. By the way, this flight was rescheduled by I think 21 minutes. By the way, I'll probably go into detail on AirAsia itself in another video, but in relation to AirAsia being the world's best low-cost carrier, it's been Skytrax's world's best low-cost carrier for 15 years in a row, which is pretty impressive. There's my ride to Johor Bahru. 9 Mike Alpha Golf uniform is a 2017 built Airbus A320-216 which was delivered new to AirAsia. This aircraft is equipped with sharklets and CFM engines. By the way, this flight was changed again to be 34 minutes late, but I suspected it would be more. Boarding was done by zones and started before everyone was off the plane. Gate number 7 for immediate boarding, thank you. I think for a short period of time, Zone 1 was standing in the jet bridge, while some passengers were still disembarking. I'm not too sure what was going on really.
Johor Bahru, right, number 39, yes. At the back, 39.
Welcome on board one of AirAsia's Airbus A320ceos, featuring 180 economy class seats in a 3-3 configuration. There was pop music playing during boarding, which I expected. My seat for this flight was 29A. I decided to give my tray table a wipe down. Now let's take a quick look at the seat features. Legroom was pretty poor at 28 inches or so. There's a standard seat back pocket containing some literature, and then there's also a standard tray table which can be adjusted back and forth. There is some recline on this seat. There's no proper headrest, but the seat is curved a bit. The seat back padding was decent-ish for a low-cost carrier, I think. I thought that the boarding process was relatively efficient.
All doors and doors check.
Pandan puan-puan, izinkan kami mengingatkan anda bahawa merokok adalah dilarang sama sekali. Selamat datang ke penerbangan AirAsia.
204 to Johor Bahru. Because Commander Flight Captain Sun Chief assisted by First Officer Shafiq.
It's now time for pushback, about 47 to 48 minutes late.
Laptop must be stored during taxiing and takeoff and may only be used once the seatbelt sign is switched off. Must communicate with AirAsia. Para tamu mati sila menuju platform B. mati sila tanggalkan sebalan pendengaran muzik semasa pengumuman keselamatan penumpang dibuat. Terima kasih. Again, please remove handset, earphone or earbuds prior to passenger safety briefing. Cabin crew demonstration.
Oleh kerana keselamatan anda adalah keutamaan kami dan atur cara keselamatan ini mungkin berbeza dari pesawat yang lain, sila beri perhatian yang penuh kepada anak-anak kapal di hadapan kabin. Serkukan corong oksigen pada hidung dan mulut, pasang pengikat kepala dan bernafaslah seperti biasa. Anda mesti memakai corong oksigen pada diri sendiri dahulu sebelum membantu mereka yang di bawah jagaan anda. Gelongsor keselamatan ada terdapat di semua pintu kecemasan. Risalah keselamatan ini ada terdapat di dalam saku tempat duduk di hadapan anda. Sila baca dengan teliti.
By the way, if you're enjoying this video so far and would like to see more like it, please consider liking and subscribing, as it would help me and the channel out so much and would be very much appreciated. But if you don't want to, that's completely okay. It's now time for takeoff on runway 10.
berada di tempat duduk. Berhati-hati ketika membuka ruang penyimpanan di atas. Please be careful when opening the overhead compartment.
Boarding pass ready for verification. Thank you.
I felt like the announcements were very loud on this flight. Now that we're in the air, let's take a look at the menu. The menu selection is amazing and the prices are reasonable in my opinion. I was surprised and very excited to see that they had Basque cheesecake.
Untuk makanan hari ini kita ada butter cake, kami juga ada cranberry cake, dan juga kita ada curry puff, dan juga makanan viral kami iaitu cheesecake. Dan untuk minuman kami ada teh tarik, americano, cafe latte, mocha, hot chocolate, ada plus coke, ribena, air kelapa dan juga mineral water. Terima kasih. Yeah, guys, for our meal today we have snacks and drinks.
I believe that it was only snacks and drinks available for purchase on board, which makes sense considering it's only about an hour-long flight. But before the flight, I was able to pre-order a meal. For lunch or early dinner or whatever, I opted to get a Basque cheesecake to go along with my pre-ordered Nasi Lemak. And I also got a nice chocolate.
Okay, so as you can see here, we have a certain items and also certain promotion for this one.
There was a lot of announcements during the flight for shopping and stuff. The Nasi Lemak was very tasty, and the Basque cheesecake, wow, that was so good for being on a plane. Even compared to ones on the ground, it was very good. It was delicious and amazing. The iced chocolate was very tasty too.
From now commencing on descent from this cruising altitude of 29,000 feet. I do trust majority flight services in the sector from Kota Bharu, flight number AK6204, and subject traffic to the airport this evening. We expect to have you on the ground at 53 minutes past 6 p.m. local time. Weather-wise, Johor Bahru weather is reported to be good. Service temperature at 29 degrees Celsius. On behalf of AirAsia, the rest of the cabin crew, wish you a pleasant stay in Johor Bahru, and thank you for choosing to fly with us.
It was a delicious meal overall. It's crazy to me how good AirAsia's food is, and I think it's reasonably priced too.
Hotel, flight, ride, and more AirAsia MOVE. Asian Family Travel apps go all the way and download AirAsia MOVE. Thank you.
As we're already descending into Johor Bahru, please allow me to conclude this flight with AirAsia. Check-in with the kiosks worked fine. Boarding was decent, it was done by zones. Once on board, the seat was a standard, basic, low-cost carrier seat. Also, the recline was pretty standard, I think, but I couldn't test it properly. But yeah, the seat is comfy enough and the legroom is fine to deal with for a shorter flight. The advertising and announcements and stuff may bother some people, but I could deal with it for the price and everything. The menu selection is amazing and the prices are reasonable in my opinion. The food was very tasty, as I've come to expect on AirAsia, but the cheesecake was a surprise. The cabin crew, from the interactions I had, were very friendly, but it's hard to tell on such a short flight. There was no proper entertainment, but that's okay for a shorter flight. The delay wasn't a big deal, it was just a little bit more annoying than it would usually be for me, because I'd already been at the airport for a little while. But overall, despite the delay, I had a fantastic flight with AirAsia. I think AirAsia was as amazing as I'd remembered. I'd be happy to fly with them again, especially for the price. We'll soon pull into the gate about 48 minutes behind schedule. But for now, please enjoy the rest of the approach and landing on Johor Bahru Senai International Airport's runway 16.
Di laman terbang Senai Johor Bahru. Untuk keselamatan sila terus berduduk, berhati-hati ketika buka ruang beratas, dan sebelum naik pesawat sila pastikan beranda di dompet, pasport dan segala elektronik ada selalu menjaga pesawat Malaysia. Kapten Sanjeev dibantu Bang Syafiq serta anak kapal petugas. Kami ucapkan terima kasih menyertai pelbagai destinasi anda dan selamat datang ke Johor Bahru. Dear guys, we have Destination Senai Johor Bahru. For safety, please remain seated. Do be careful when opening the vehicle compartment. As a reminder, please check your seat pocket in the vehicle compartment. Collection of personal belongings such as wallet, passport, and devices are with you before leaving the aircraft. On behalf of Asia, Captain Sanjeev, Assistant by First Officer Shafiq, and the rest of today, thank you for joining us. Destination and welcome to Johor Bahru. Nama sila maklum mengambil pelampung keselamatan dari salah satu kesalahan besar. As I can park at the parking bay. Thank you.
I'd like to take this time to thank you all so much for watching this video. I'd also like to thank all of my incredible Patreons for helping to make these videos possible. Their support is truly so much appreciated and I couldn't do what I do without them. So thank you so much to them. Once again, I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you on my next trip report next Saturday at 5 PM Melbourne time. Thank you, goodbye.